Welcome back, guys. Today we are going over all my fishing equipment type stuff deal. My windows are my only sources of light. Actually, I can probably get this one open a little more. Yeah. But these are my only sources of light. So let's start with my weights here. Let me bring it over to this window. I only have like a large, I think that's a ½ ounce weight. I'm not totally sure. And then I've got these super tiny, I think these are either 1/8 or 16th ounce. I think they're 16th ounce weights, but that's all the weights I have because most of them are either tied to the ends of fishing strings or I just ran out and haven't had any. The only line I have right now is some 8-ounce, some like 700 yards. 8-ounce. It's probably like a lot less than 700 yards because I did make some other thing I'm going to show later in the video. But I'm going to start with some hooks. I keep them in these just because for size reference. I'm going to go over like my weird one that doesn't really have a size. It is this. It is a like super skinny, this is actually really old one my grandpa used to use. I actually think it doesn't have a barb. Or no, it does. It's just super tiny. This is about I think like a size 1 or 2 hook maybe. Yeah. Oh fuck me. Alright, then we're moving on to the ones I have the most of. I have a bunch of these super tiny. Trying not to impale myself on. Alright. I think these are like maybe size. Hold on. Focus. Come on. This camera doesn't want to focus. Ah! No, don't impale yourself on it. Don't impale myself. Come on. Focus. Alright, well my camera doesn't want to fucking focus. No. Oh, it almost focused on it. Come on. There we go, finally. It's got some barbs on the back of it right there, right next to my middle finger. And I think these are a size 3 or 4. Anyway, oh my god, I'm so sorry. That took like 3 minutes just to focus. Then I have one size 8 hook. This is just a J hook. Those other two were just straight hooks. Then I have these huge size 12. This is like a bass hook that I use. I use these and those size 8s for bass. The size 8s actually work for bluegill too. But these are too big for bluegill. These are used for bass. I've got about 3 of those right there. I need to go buy more hooks. Wow, I'm sorry that took forever. Alright, now for the actual fishing equipment. Rod and reel type deal. Here, let me just bring my whole fucking little tackle box dealy fuck over here. So you can see all my shit. Oh my god, it is really loud. Alright. I've got some of these. These were just some old little lures my grandpa gave me. These aren't really for what I fish for. I usually fish for bass and stuff. I also have some, this is an 8 hook here. It's bad that I have loose hooks here and here. But a couple little 8 hooks. Bottle cap, probably for that soda bottle. I have a lot of like loose stuff, like this is a weight, like a swivel hook with a weight on it. Yeah. I have a lot of just these like huge fucking bobbers, which I I don't really use too much, but I will use sometimes. I have some split shot weights here. I think these go with the weights, by the way. I think these are like 1/4 ounce, probably. Then I've got a random little 12 ounce. I know I need to organize this. These are a bunch of just little swivel hooks I have in this little thing here. Yeah, these were some size 2 hooks, but my grandpa just put those in there. I got a lot of this stuff from my grandpa. I have a super tiny bobber. Anyway, this is like my first little bottle rig that I ever used. This is the first thing I ever used, because I didn't have enough money for fishing rods. I didn't have any money. I think I had enough money to buy some fishing line and bait, and that was it. And then I just made a hook out of a soda bottle tap. I didn't catch anything because I didn't even know where the fish were. This was my first time, I think that was like my 3rd time ever fishing. But it doesn't have a hook on it because I don't want it getting hooked into things. But it's got some 1/4 ounce weights on there. This is good for like bluegill, not anywhere good for bass. Or no, hold on. These are the 1/2 ounce weights. These are 1/8 ounce weights. My bad. Then I've just got, a couple little flies in here for like fly fishing. I mean, I don't really use those, but hey, they're my grandpa's, and I actually really like them. This is just a random bobber on a string. Don't pay any attention to that. That's all that I have in my box right now. Of course, after my birthday, which, my birthday actually is in like a few days, on the 28th, I think. So that's like, what, 5 days away, 4 days away or something? I'm not gonna check. Well, hold on. Okay, it's in 4 days. I just checked real quick. Alright, moving on to my fishing rods. I'm gonna actually grab the second one I got because, I'll explain it in a second. Here, let me put the camera down real quick. It's an extendable rod, so that's why I have to set the camera down for a second. Alright, yeah, it's a retractable / extendable rod here. The line is 8-pound line. That's just what it came with. And fishing rods are just a pain in the ass to restring, so I don't feel like it. It's a very nice rod. I forget how much it was. Oof, just accidentally hit my bed frame. This comes off for when you're either restringing the line, or taking off this. It's just a single little thing you twist right here, and then the reel comes off. But that is that right-handed reel. Now, this is a small bass and bluegill fishing rod. This is what I use it for. Just bass and bluegill, because the reason I don't use that bottle, because they have the same weight line on here. It's because actually that bottle is really hard to hold on to, so I don't want to be like fighting, maybe a good size, like maybe like 8-pound bass. Like, what if I do get an 8-pound bass or something and I'm fighting it with a plastic bottle? So I'd rather actually have, fishing line. I'm not sure how hard that would be, but I don't want to, risk it and end up losing a plastic bottle in some water. That's not good for the economy. But then we move on to this. I have used this, for fucking bluegill before, but that's just because I didn't really have any other rods or anything. This is normally what I had. But this is about a 12 to 14 pound rod. It's actually really old, but it's actually a really good rod. It's a left-handed reel. It's got some 12-pound green monofilament line on. That's just it. Again, heavy weights, no hook, because this would have a large 12 hook on it, if anything. I lied. It has an 8 hook on it from what I was using it for bluegill. I keep forgetting their names, but yeah. Turn around, you little. There we go. Sorry, I had to turn it around. But this is an 8 hook with some weights. If you're wondering why it's so close, I don't know. I just did that. But yeah, I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna either just like untie this or trim this off and put a 12 hook on it because it's gonna be my bass rod. But it's got I think this is about a fourth ounce of weight on the end of this. And I believe that brings us to the end of all my fishing equipment. I hope you guys liked this video. Yeah, that's really it. Also, if I didn't say, 8-pound line, just some crappy weights there. Also, one more thing. I have melted lead before, and one thing you should know is, where are they? These are actually a very good brand of lead. High quality lead. It melts very easily at a low melting point. I mean, I melt these on my stove. Like maybe a bag of these is probably a good amount to melt. I think I melted like half of these and some other weights, but just know like fishing weights are a good source of metal. Like if you're gonna melt lead, especially this brand. I really like this brand for like melting. But of course, I shouldn't do that again because my parents got really mad about that. I had to throw away the pan because, you know, lead, food poisoning, not good. Or not food poisoning, but lead poisoning. So, my bad. But yeah, guys, that is it. And I will see you all next time. Peace out, bros.